عددا.
The more the Shaykh will love him, the more that murid, the person, is looking for Allah, more the Shaykh is going to love that one. But the Shaykh's understanding and expression of love, don't think it is the same as us. It is different. Give an example. A father's expression of love to the children is different. When the kids are young, so many kids in front, it's showing different things. Especially, let's say they are boys, all of them boys. When they get older, that love is also different. When they become men and they are serving or doing something, that love is also different. Yes? Because from the outside, you may think, why is the father liking this one so much, not liking this one? But in reality, the father is loving this one more than this one that he's showing love. You understand? And most people think that the show of love is what the real love is. Oh, like this, oh, my lovely, my... That is what love is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His praises of the Prophet ﷺ, He is not exaggerating. He doesn't do it so much. Simple, eloquent, elegant language He used. This is it. Right? But what makes the Holy Prophet ﷺ more lovely to Allah is because Abduhu wa Rasuluhu. And the work that Allah has given him for his hizmat, he is willing to give up himself, his family, and his children and his grandchildren, and he did. Yes? Okay. Now, there may be some things in the man's nature that you see it becomes quicker to come together. Maybe because of language, this comes quicker. Maybe because of history, it comes quicker. Maybe because of experience, education, it comes quicker. Okay? Maybe with some, we say the Shaykh is more comfortable, like this and like this. But you have to understand now, everyone he is seeing is a servant to Allah or wants to become a servant to Allah. So he's concentrating on how to make them to serve. This is in front and this is also behind. You understand? So, why I say in front, behind? Sometimes he's close to that one is not serving. But he's training, maybe behind is going to happen. And some people, they're serving in front, right from the beginning, right off the bat. And if it's not necessary, he is not going to have the show of the love, but he is going to give from that love in ways that you cannot see. Because love also has its own laws. And one of the laws of love is haya. It is modesty. You don't show that love. Yes? You cannot show that love. There is a modesty. Lovers cannot show that love in public. If they want to show that love to each other, there has to be complete night. Nighttime, they say, is the best time when you are going to show your love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by worshipping. It's the best time. So there is haya in that love. So anything that love that is showing is no good. There's no haya. When there's no haya, there's no modesty, there's not too much blessings. So now the Shaykh, it is the inheritor of the prophets. And when we look, let's say, at our Shaykh, he is looking to see who is doing the most hizmat and who is running to look and to try to do things for his sake and to be involved in his mission. Now, he may choose how he wants to show that love, or he may choose not to show that love. But the one who is sincerely serving, showing or not showing, it doesn't matter. The one who is a little bit weak, he needs that feeding. Then that will have to show. For some who don't, they don't have to. When the kid becomes a man and he's already doing things, he knows his worth. He doesn't need anyone's praise because he knows exactly what his role is, what is his worth. But the one who doesn't will always need someone to praise them. So there may be a personal level, but even that personal level now, it is for a work. It is for the divine work that you're going to do. We see so many people that we think they're so close and this and that, but when they don't fulfill that divine love, when the relationship to their master say, you're not a master, you're just another man. Although they have served, you're not a master, you're just another man. I know what, so many wives of prophets did that. Oh, outside you are like this, but inside I know what kind of a man you are. Yes? So many wives of saints, they are the same. And so many wives of prophets, they are also punished because of that. And that continues. And they will keep, they will try to keep, they will try to protect. But when they disobey the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time, and they disobey the laws of Allah, and they disobey their husbands or their fathers, and when they reject them, their intercession, then they will meet the justice of Allah. You understand? So, just as you are a father, they are part of you. There is a pull there. And you have a mission, an idea, what you want to do. And you see which ones they are going to run to that, or they're going to run away, or going to do this or that. Now you as a man, as a father, this mission, if the mission, for example, is to save your family, to find water, to survive, this is more important now than your own feelings. And you know, if your own feelings towards this one is more than that one, you're not being just. Not about showing, but about giving that one more support, that he becomes an obstacle, a hindrance, a barricade between your work and the work of those ones who are doing your work, then he is under obligation now to say, step aside or I'll crush you, because you are destroying yourself. This has happened again to prophets, this has happened to saints. And we can see this in the relationship of a father to the children. This is important to know. So, how are we going to make, let's say, put simple language, to make our Shaykh to love us more? It's always about servanthood. It is always about service. It is always service. It is always about being obedient. It's always about submission. It's always doing things with love, and doing things even if you don't see the outside, the form of love, because you understand already what is the essence of love. The essence of love is service. You're already doing it, and you must know whether that one is happy with it or not, and that is enough for you. So I cannot speak for Shaykh Effendi. I'm only speaking based on certain observations that I have. And this is what is coming to my heart to say. You understand? And this is looking at Shaykh Effendi for years also, this and that. So, and is it in them to destroy everything? No. To judge everyone harshly and to destroy? No. Their language might be harsh. Their threat is really harsh. But their mercy is always more. Their mercy is always more. I've seen Shaykh Efendi, people slandering him, people cheating him and lying, causing so much damage. But once they say, okay, Shaykh, whatever you say, his heart melts. This is coming from justice also. Now, the person that has been slandering me is calling me a Shaykh. That means he's accepting me. So that time, I cannot move with the Jalal. You understand? So, service, it is important in this way. And the one who serves, it should not be important to him whether the love is shown or not. It should not be. And if he's punished because he wants that love to be shown, if he is punished, that's a good thing. Because the Shaykh's aim is to bring that servant to the highest station that is Allah has created for him. That means he can go higher. Does that make sense? So, it doesn't matter so much. This is something that we should be expanding on. This is what the service is. There's so many kinds of love. There is egoistic love. There is the love of the senses. There's the love of the hawa, your desires. There is the love of shaitan. There's the love of yourself. There's dunya love. And then it goes higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But all these that are lower, they are just very, very far away from the origin, the true source of the love. You understand? Which means that it's not different kinds. There's only one kind. There's the divine kind. But everything else is like a shadow of that. Until you realize that you're just this love of dunya is just a shadow of the real love, until you realize that, this is not something that is going to save you. Love about man and woman, that if you are not understanding that this is coming from divine love and that this is an opportunity for you to understand that this is just one step for you to reach to divine love, if you don't, then you are going to make a big problem for yourself. As much as, let's say, so many people have talked about love between men and women, they also have talked about how it is fake, how it is lasting only a short while, how it is not something that is lasting, that it is not something true. And when they do speak in we talk about our tradition first, and then even in old European traditions also, when they talk about that, the love between men and women, it's always something that is not permanent, something that is fake. Because in those days also, until a couple of 100 years ago, people still lived according to their beliefs, even if the beliefs are other than Islam. Now in the Islamic tradition, when you see Shirin and Farhat, the love affair that they had between each other. Who else? Most famous one, Layla and Majnun. Everybody knows from that time until today, Layla and Majnun is not just two people, but it's representing divine love. It is representing divine love. This is just a shadow of the reality. You cannot get stuck with the shadows. You must get to the reality. Because this love is also, it's showing now. As the Prophet ﷺ says, until you are crazy, they call you crazy, you have not reached true iman, true faith. That is being majnun. It's not about the looks. It's not about man and woman. It's not about desires anymore. When Layla was summoned by the Sultan, saying, bring this woman that is making this man to be crazy, that this whole city hearing about their love for each other, is going crazy about, bring her to me. Who is this beauty? She was brought in front of the Sultan, and the Sultan looked at her. She's plain looking, just like every other person. He says, you are Layla? And she says, shut up. You are not Majnun. Do you understand? For you to see Layla as Layla, you have to be crazy. For you to be able to understand that divine love, you have to be crazy. No, not crazy. You don't shower, you grow your hair, you smoke ganja all day long, and that crazy hippie. No, not that crazy. Crazy according to Sunnah always. It's not the Sunnah to the Holy Prophet ﷺ to do that. So Imam Rabbani was very strong. He says, forget, stop everything. Stop everything, he says. It's been going on for hundreds of years. Huh? Stop. Finish. You have the authority. To be crazy, what is the craziest person who says, the craziest thing that anyone can say is to say, I don't exist. I don't exist. I'm not me. What is crazy? They lost their minds. They lost their personality. They lost themselves. And if you lose yourself because of your love to Allah, that is the station of Ubudiyah. Ashq maybe, not yet Ubudiyah. Because that ashq has to turn for you now to produce something. You give something back. You give the love back to Allah. That is another station. That is a station of fakir. You don't have, you give everything. That love, you even give the love to Allah back. As Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, our peer, is saying, what have you got left? You have nothing. What are you going to leave to your children and your wives? It says, I will leave them Allah and His Prophet. Meaning, my Allah, as the ayat is saying, your Allah. My Allah and my Prophet, I leave to them. Now I have nothing. That's why he is the second of the two. That's why he is a servant of the Prophet ﷺ, although he is a closest friend. That's why his title is Khalifatul Rasul. So, this is when you're crazy and you don't exist. And then you can start serving. So, slowly we take it step by step. Not to be jealous, not to be angry, not to be in ghaflat. Do our work step by step. Not to do our work not because we are going to get rewarded. To do our work not because if you don't do it, Shaykh is going to be upset. But to do your work because you understand that this is also your Shaykh's work. It's not your work anymore. Then slowly they see you have some potential, they will make you to go through the training. Then it depends on you, how much you're going to resist and how much you're going to give up. If you give up and you submit, then it's going to be very easy, faster. I cannot say it's going to be very easy, but it's going to be faster. This is not just for your own personal salvation, not just for your going up to your own station. This now, the work that we're doing, this is about the things that are going to happen in this world, that is going to happen in Akhir Zaman, that is going to have a connection to Akhirat forever. Big honor for us to be involved in that work, huge honor. This is something that all prophets in the nations have been waiting for since Adam alayhi salam. They have been waiting for. And we are in it. So that is the bigger picture. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha.